Hectopascals. Park Han-jun, a brawler who was once called a legend, was frustrated because he had nothing to lose anymore, is given a huge amount of money. An eye for an eye, an eye for a tooth. He'll make you pay for what he's gone through as his outspoken rage explodes. He'll get his revenge and make them pay as much as they deserve. So this is like supposed to be a school fighting type of manhwa, but the way how the main character is just brutally beating up everyone like they're flies is just interesting. I guess if I had thousands of dollars to waste, I would hire him too. He basically lost everything when he got defeated by someone who is richer than most of you guys watching right now, and started to get bullied, but unsurprisingly his savior showed up in a back alley and offered to be his financial aid, in return for him letting loose and sending a lot of people to the hospital. Honestly, this manhwa is all about action. Every chapter you read, there's a fight, so yeah. Workout Dungeon. So this is a rather unique manhwa. When I first read this, I had the idea that the author wanted to do a sports themed manhwa, but suddenly came up with an idea and decided to just put a crazy gym rat in a fantasy world. And so far it's been okay. I don't really know how to feel about this one since I haven't really read anything like it, or maybe I have but just don't remember, but what I can say is that this manhwa has some of the most muscular goblins I've seen in a manhwa, and that's not even the most interesting thing about this. In short, it's a fitness manhwa with monsters in it. There might be some kingdom building, but it's too soon to say for sure. Reality Quest. Do-won Ha is a bullied gamer whose bullies force him to grind to obtain in-game items for them. After one such bully demands that Do-won obtain an impossible rare item for him, or be beaten in front of the prettiest girl in school, Do-won games day and night for a week, until he drops dead from exhaustion. However, as soon as he dies, he respawns back in his classroom 1 week before his death. Everything is the same as it was before, except now he has all the skills he's acquired from the games he's played in real life. Now there's no need to get surprised for this one since it's just Questism 2.0. The only difference is that instead of using cards, the main character uses keys to unlock skills and stats. I did find this one a lot more interesting to read since Questism kind of got boring after a while, but that might not stay true for everyone though. The art is definitely above average and the characters are very likable. They kind of give me that nostalgic feeling when I first started reading Lookism, so I'd give this one a solid 8 out of 10. Zamgun. The world has already fallen. Remaining human survivors are oppressed under the iron rule of Zamguns, half-human, half-zombie hybrids who evolved from a viral outbreak that wiped out human civilization. The main character is a high school kid, or he was going to be one before something like a zombie outbreak happened and completely changed his life. After that, he became a Zamgun, which is like half human, half zombie, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. He then goes around trying to kill himself by accidentally killing people. Well, that's until he meets someone that promises to kill him later. Now, good apocalyptic manhwas are very rare. You can literally count how many there are on your fingers, and with this one, you're getting a really good plot with it as well. So I'd say take it or leave it, it's up to you. Killing Killer. Although the name pretty much summarizes the whole manhwa, I know that most of you guys are like me and only have like half of a brain cell, so I'm gonna attempt to dumb it down even further. So like most revenge manhwas, the main character's parents got killed and he quite literally stalks the guy that killed his parents. And right when he killed the guy, or thought he killed the guy, he finds out that it wasn't him that killed his parents, and then the search continues. Oh, and he keeps the talking dead guy's head in his backpack. Not like it's a bit psychotic or anything like that, but we manhwa fans are pretty much certified killers from how many manhwas like this we've read. Eyes. Now, for those of you who believe that humans evolved from monkeys or whatever, you're probably gonna unsubscribe after this. Wait, actually, if you're kinda smart, you're gonna hate me either way. So let's forget about all that we know and imagine that back then we were as dumb as a chicken. And in order for us to reach the point where we're not so dumb anymore and have become stupid, a man with the head of a bird had to teach us. So the next time someone calls you a bird brain, it's actually a compliment since according to history, a bird is smarter than you. So this manhwa is literally about humans that gain superpowers from Birdman, and I must say that the story is just so interesting that I actually believe that Birdman existed. And not to mention the art either. All I'm saying is that if you're looking to read something weird but has a lot of action, then this fits perfectly. I became the tyrant of a defense game. So the main character in this one is a gamehead that managed to reach the end of a tower defense game. For some unknown reason, he was suddenly transported inside the game as a weak prince who is considered a menace to all living beings, you know? Kinda like the guy in your class that everyone hates but you can't really get rid of him. Now, you'd expect him to get some kind of cheat skill or he should be strong from the start, but in fact he's just weak. The only advantage he has is his gaming experience and not being stupid. That's the only thing he's got going for him at this point, which might actually not be so bad. Red Dolls. In a dystopian world, Crazy Dog, a bionic mercenary, must fight humans transformed into monsters. And that's pretty much as detailed as it gets. It's basically fights after fights, so in case you're a pacifist, I doubt you'd enjoy this, but with that aside, there's a high chance that you like seeing fights and people getting killed. You know, that kind of stuff. And that's exactly what you'll be getting here. Now, fights are pointless if the art looks like it was done by someone who has never drawn in their life. So as you'd expect from something this good, that the art is excellent. Well, it's good enough to the point where you can't complain about it. Poison-eating healer. Cheon Hee-sun is a protagonist who is terminally ill because of various poisons. Cheon Hee-sun, who was never welcome anywhere, will have his story of becoming the strongest hunter play out on an earth upon which dungeons and monsters have broken out. So a guy has a disease that makes him enjoy eating poison in a world that has monsters and hunters. Like most dungeon manhwas, right when he was about to die, he awakens as a poison hunter, and literally right after that he starts one-hit killing monsters. And there's the story in a nutshell. It's actually a lot more interesting than you think, but I'll just recommend you to wait until there are more chapters. But otherwise, everything else from the art to the character development and world building are great. Real life player. After losing his family and closing off his heart, he just wanted to kill the monsters he loathed. He regressed before his life came to an end in the deepest part of the Abyss dungeon that was impossible for mankind to raid. So this is a Reincarnated as a baby type of manhwa where you have to watch the MC grow up, make friends, enemies, and all that kind of stuff. And the way how it's going, I think it's going to take a lot of chapters for him to grow up. But it's not a bad manhwa at all. I just prefer manhwas that get straight to killing monsters and beating people up. The story itself isn't really new at all, but hey, everything is a copy of something. But it's all about turning that copy into your own. And that's what this manhwa does. And so far it's doing it beautifully. And that's the end of the list. I hope you enjoyed the video and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video.